Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Jodo Jake. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 8 of Cards and Coffee. I got my cold brew here. In today's video, we're going to talk about Mega Evolutions. My thoughts on the set, the product line, the initial release, and what I think of Mega Evolutions as a block as a whole. And how does it compete with Scarlet and Violet? But before that, I just want to shout out our new podcast. If you got to tune in last Thursday, Ern and I went live on our first episode of Real Collectors, Fake Investors. Great time, had a lot of fun. It went for longer than I expected, and it seems like people had good things to say about it and enjoyed the live. So if you missed it, go check out Ern's channel. We go live every 2 weeks, so our next episode will be on October 9th after Card Party. I'm recording this before Card Party. Really excited about this weekend. If you're there, please say hi. Come hang out. I'm looking forward to it. Next thing is I have cards of the day. So first off, I couldn't pick one, so I brought two. First off is my favorite special illustration rare from White Flare, and that is this here Hydreigon. Beautiful card. So good. Like, he gives me heavy metal vibes, like something like Metallica would design on an album cover. I don't know. It looks badass. And then, speaking of badass, my favorite Pokemon card from Black Bolt is this here special illustration rare of Genesect. I showed these cards off in my recent live with Henry on his channel on Saturday night. We went for like 3.5 hours. It's actually crazy how long we can just yap about Pokemon. Go check out Henry's channel, check out that live. So, without further ado, Mega Evolutions, the initial release and my experience with it. So I picked up Mega Evolutions a bit early. Can't say from where, who, how, but I was able to pick up a Mega Evolutions enhanced booster box case about 2 weeks ago for a phenomenal price. Shout out to that person. You know who you are. It means a lot. This person has been able to help me out on multiple set releases at a price that I just can't complain about whatsoever. Shout out to you. So yeah, I picked up a case of enhanced for $9.25 if I remember correctly. So product wise, on release day, I picked up a non-enhanced booster box, an enhanced booster box, and some check lanes, some sleeve packs. I get an art set of every release. I just love the pack arts on these sets, especially these. I think these look great. The Venusaur, the Lucario, Gardevoir all look really good. And so yeah, I picked those up. I picked up a few illustration rares, more than a few, over this past weekend. I'm working on finishing the set as far as illustration rares go, and then special illustration rares I will grade for my Scarlet and Violet PSA 10 set. Prismatic Evolutions really put a dent in that goal. I don't own a single Prismatic Evolution special illustration rare in a 10. Frustrating. I graded the Roaring Moon. Was it Roaring Moon? Yeah, I graded the Roaring Moon, but PSA dented it and still gave it the 10. So I ended up, well, not dented it. They left a white spot that was not there. Yeah, I know for certain it wasn't there, and I sold it because I'm a picky collector. Anyways, rant over on that. But one thing I noticed, I went to 2 LGSs that day. One's more new, but not so new. They're actually scaling. They basically took over the building next door, so they're about to knock down the wall and expand, which is phenomenal. Shout out to Card Art. Ryan, you're a legend, and I'm excited for your growth, for your business, for the hobby. Phenomenal. But one thing I noticed was the difference between the enhanced and non-enhanced cases. And this is something that I have a problem with when it comes to the Pokemon's decision to kind of like, you either jump in the pool or you don't swim at all. You got to dive in and go in with it, or like, why are we on the fence here? What I mean by that is we have enhanced booster boxes and non-enhanced booster boxes, which means the enhanced comes with the box topper, that beautiful Bulbasaur promo that's like a story art with the Ivysaur and Mega Venusaur. And we have the non-enhanced, which just is the same product without the promo, without the red stamp on the booster box, just the blank black booster box with the set logo. This card shop had about 20 enhanced booster box cases and only a handful of the non-enhanced booster box cases. And the only way you can tell the difference on the cases is that it will mention the word enhanced if it has the enhanced booster box and the non-enhanced doesn't. Now with Journey Together, this did not happen. We got only enhanced booster boxes in North America. We did get non-enhanced booster boxes, but not cases. And they were given to LGS's card shops to play in the pre-release, and they would break those booster boxes down to give out packs to the people that participated. And I believe the UK did get non-enhanced booster box cases, if I remember correctly, but here in North America, they were pretty scarce. And that's the issue that I have, is that they're creating this artificial scarcity product for a product that's been here since the beginning. Like, why can't we just go with the enhanced booster boxes and stick to it? They gave us the enhanced with the box topper and Journey Together. I'm not complaining about enhanced booster boxes. I love box toppers. I think both box toppers that we've received so far with Journey and Mega Evolutions have been beautiful, phenomenal. I love the stamps on them. I think it's great. I'm a sucker for promos. Anyways, what I don't like is that we can't have even numbers. Now, I wanted to verify this to be the case, but I went to another local shop that's much bigger, more established, been here for a while. And I asked them on their numbers. They're one of my favorite card shops here in the Bay Area. And I asked them on their numbers on how many they received. They got 100 cases of enhanced and only 50 cases of the non-enhanced. So it's clear that the non-enhanced is more limited. And the silliest thing about this is that the prices on the non-enhanced booster boxes were going for 30 bucks more. Not 30 bucks less because of the box topper, 30 bucks more because they are, I guess, shorter printed, less printed in comparison to the enhanced. And I just disagree with this. I can't say it enough. We just need to stick to it or let it go entirely, because you're creating this weird market of valuing things that don't deserve the value just because they are printed less. I don't know, like, you think about the price of the non-enhanced versus the enhanced booster box, where the enhanced was selling on release for around $260 to $270, and then the promo itself was selling for $45 to $60. So if you were to break that product down and actually just have the packs, you're actually getting a better price per pack with the box topper if you sold it. It's backwards. You get a Gen 1 starter, Bulbasaur, Pokedex entry number 1 promo that is a story art, that is a fan favorite Pokemon, arguably the best grass slash poison type starter we've ever received in the TCG, in Pokemon history, and it's selling for less. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, come on, y'all. Like, make it make sense. That being said, I do own one of each booster box because I would like to just have. I still don't have a Journey Together non-enhanced. I should probably think about picking one of those up kind of soon. That's my biggest frustration with the product line. I did get the Pokemon Center ETBs. Unfortunately, my Lucario ETB did get a little damaged, which was sad. It's not like the worst. It was just like a little ding. I'm picky, guys. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. But anyways, I ended up picking up another one at a local card show in Pleasanton, and I picked up a bunch of the illustration rares, which we'll get into in a sec. I love the ETBs. I think that the black and gold's nice. I wish there was a little bit more texture on these ETBs. I did like the foiling of the gold and like the Pokeballs on the sides are hollow. Looks nice. Promos are nice. We got the Alakazam and the Gardevoir box, which with my tinfoil hat on, I'm thinking that we're going to get a Mega Alakazam EX and a Mega Dream. That's my hunch, as well as a Mega Gengar and Mega Dragonite. Those are the 3 SARs that I'm predicting. And then we got the Riolu and the Mega Lucario ETB. Since we're talking about the illustration rares, let's just get into the entire illustration rare set. I think there is, what is that, 10, 20, 24 in the set, and then we got the 3 promos. So we'll start off with Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. Beautiful cards. Really want to sequentially grade those with the Mega Venusaur, which I did see at the show. I almost picked it up. I think at $180 it's a fair price for a Gen 1 Mega starter. It looks phenomenal. And then the Executor, which is a fun one, also done by the same artist that did the Pinsir in Twilight Masquerade. Love that card. Executor is another Pokemon that's just really grown on me as of late. I don't know what it is. I really like the Terraformed X in Surging Sparks with the Execute. And then Shuckle, probably one of my favorites from the set as far as illustration rares go. I love that the Shuckle's like form and design is being mimicked in this like fruit tree that it's hanging in. I love the symmetry and I guess asymmetry of it. Colors are really nice. And then we got the Ninjask, beautiful card. Vulpix, which is another beautiful favorite that would look really nice in a binder or graded sequentially with the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. We got Litleo, we got Snover, and we got Clawitzer. The Clawitzer card is really nice. I like that style. I have to look up that artist to see what else they've done. We got the Inteleon, not my favorite. We got the, what is it, the Helioptile. That one's okay. I did pick that one up. And then the Shed Ninja, which is one of my favorites. It just looks like it has texture on it, the way that they do this like dot pattern on the design. And then we got, what is that? The Houndstone. The Houndstone looks nice. It's creepy. I like creepy cards here and there. The Marshadow, speaking of creepy, lurking in Pikachu's shadow. I actually didn't catch that Pikachu was in this card until like a couple days before its release. Marshadow went through a little bit of a pump, a little bit of a buyout on TCG Player on Saturday. I was at the card show. This card was selling for around $25 to $35. And I saw like 2 or 3 of them, but the centering was just a little off for me for my binder on the backs and the fronts. So I didn't pick it up. And by the time I got home that night, that card had shot up to around $90, almost $100. Insanity. How easy it is to manipulate a card in this market. Then I did pick up the Garnicle. I picked up Spiritomb and the Shroodle. I love the Shroodle card. I love its name with, you know, Doodle. It's it's a cute card. And then Steelix, which is another favorite of mine. Probably the most badass Steelix card we've ever got. It reminds me a lot of the Shining Steelix from Neo Destiny. And then Spearow. Gosh, imagine if they just put this in 151. We could have got an entire Black Bolt White Flare style set with 151, but they're slowly drip feeding us those Kanto Pokemon. And then next generation, we got some more Johto with the Delibird. Nice card, nice design. And then this weird Pokemon Gumshoe, just a kind of a creepy lurker Pokemon. Not much of a fan of this Pokemon. Then we got Stuffle, and then the Black Star promos. With including the Pokemon Center stamped ones from the Pokemon Center ETBs. Now, the best thing about this is, and as far as the illustration rares and the special illustration rares, and probably the whole set in general, is the quality of this set. It's actually a phenomenal set in terms of quality. It actually shocked me. I did not see one illustration rare or special illustration rare that had white dots on the back corners, no lifting on the front edges, no back print lines, no weird whitening on the edges of the back of the card. It reminded me a lot of Sword and Shield Crown Zenith quality. Corners were round and cut clean, no weird blocky corners, none of that. It kind of shocked me. And so it was really easy for me to find illustration rares that I want to put in the binder. I'll pop up a photo of all of the illustration rares that I picked up so far. I think I still need a handful, but I'm close in terms of the full set. Still need ETB promos and the Pokemon Center stamped promos, but we'll get there. And so next up, we can talk about the Mega SIRs. The Mega Venusaur, beautiful card, saw that in person. I think I should have probably picked it up, but maybe at Card Party I can find a few of these to grade. I definitely want to pick up the Gardevoir. It's my favorite card of the set. I love the colors. I love the entire evolution line in the card. I've talked about that on my channel a few times about evolution rares. I kind of coined it as that because it has the entire evolution line of a Pokemon in a single card. The Mega Lucario, another favorite. I love the battle scenes. I'm hoping we see another perspective from maybe Venusaur fighting Lucario at a different point in this battle. Maybe they're on the rooftop, maybe they're down below in the city. Like I like the idea of that theme continuing through the TCG with more battle Pokemon. Maybe we see it from a perspective of one of the other Pokemon that's in this card that they're fighting, and you can kind of see Lucario and Venusaur battling it out from above. I don't know. I can see a lot of potential there, a lot of possibilities. Mega Absol, beautiful card. I saw someone pull this this weekend. I was jealous. It was perfect. It was a pure 10. Will, please grade that card. Congrats on that. This was done by Arita. A little bit of a fun fact, Arita also illustrated the Dark Marowak from Team Rocket Returns, and that Marowak is standing on the same building on the same corner, and you could see the etched kind of detail in the building's trim is the same as this one in the Absol. Check that out. It's pretty cool. And then the Mega Latias, I almost picked this up. I also saw someone pull this, which is crazy. Not my favorite of the set, but it's a cool card. And then the Mega Kangaskhan I actually had not seen yet in person. I really want to see the texture and the colors in person because I really like the color choices in this card. Those blues and oranges, just they pair really, really nicely. Next up, we have the Ace Royal's Mischief, where she's kind of like stitching together Mimikyu, and you see, I can't tell if that's like an actual Sableye or just like a little plushie. It's hard to tell. And then we have the Lily's Determination, which is a nice card, nice colors. The Lieutenant Surge, a favorite of mine. I don't do trainers often, but this one looks really cool. I like that there's like a hidden Voltorb in the background, that red one in the that right red circle, which is cool. And then Wally's Compassion, cool card, not my favorite. Can't remember where Wally comes from. Is he from X and Y? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, phenomenal special illustration rare line. Great options. Pull rates seem to be better. Shout out to Danny Phantom. He did a video. He doesn't open as much anymore just because it's hard to get product, but he still does his best to try to do pull rates. It seems like special illustration rares are a little bit better than what they were in Scarlet and Violet. Nothing crazy different, but where the biggest difference was the illustration rares, where people were getting anywhere from 3 to 5 illustration rares per booster box. And I actually saw someone open a booster box and get 4 illustration rares. It seems like their pull rates are much better. And then the last 2 cards we need to talk about are these 2 gold cards. How do I say this? I'm not a fan of these cards, so I'll put it out there right away. I think that these cards do look nice for gold cards, but at the end of the day, they're just gold cards. I'm not a fan of chasing rarity for the sake of rarity. I did see the Mega Charizard from Inferno X, and people are really hyping that card up, and it's just so flat to me. There's not a lot of detail. They all have a similar stance. It reminds me of the Looney Tunes outro with the piggy. Why am I blanking? It's the piggy saying, "That's all, folks." It reminds me of that a lot. All of the cards. Like, it also reminds me of like One Piece cards with like the texture, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like tablets. I think these cards are bait. I think a lot of people are going to chase these cards over the special illustration rares. This could be a hot take. I think that these gold cards will age like milk. I think about past gold cards and rainbow cards and their intros. I think this is just that all over again, personally, until they do gold cards like they did with Crown Zenith, or gold cards like they did in XY, like the Gardevoir or the Alakazam, and bring that back. I don't have any interest in these cards. I will stick to what I enjoy, which are the art of illustration rares and special illustration rares. And I'll do that going into Phantasmal Flames and sets forward. It's just what I'm into. It's what I enjoy. It's cool to see that there's a new rarity for people to chase. It's just not my chase. I've heard people talk about this being compared to Destin Rivals. I think I like Destin Rivals more, but something about this set that is really appealing to me is really just the quality. And it does feel like a cohesive set for the most part, with like the Megas and the Mega Special Illustration rares. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, oh wow, I just realized all of the special illustration rares are Megas. There's not an special illustration rare that's not a Mega. There's just the 4 trainers and the 6 Mega special illustration rares. So interesting. I'm wondering, will we see just special illustration rares of Pokemon that aren't Mega in this block? I would like to hope so, but we'll see. I think it's a fantastic set. I'm happy that the pull rates have improved. I think prices are a little high right now, but we're having a waived release. I'm hoping that the numbers are, if not the same, they're bigger than last time for these local game stores, these card shops, so that they can pull prices down a bit across ETBs and booster boxes and just pack price. If that LGS was able to get 150, I would like to hope that they can get 150 more, if not 200 cases in the wave 2. I know a lot of shops, their wave 1 was split, so they're going to get a second half of their wave 1 and then they'll get their wave 2. I also think that there's a chance that this product drops in price when Phantasmal Flames comes out. So if we get that second wave somewhere close to around Phantasmal Flames before or after the set, that will also help spread money around as people have to make decisions on what they want. I think they're definitely going to go put a lot more money into Phantasmal Flames. So I'll kind of like look elsewhere and kind of see, what Destin's doing, what Mega Evolutions is doing, what Journey is doing, what you know, maybe Paradox Rift is doing, because that's a case that I still need. I need Temporal Forces. Excited that we're in this block. Excited to maybe open some packs at Card Party. If you're at Card Party, like I said, please make sure to come say hi. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you. Looking forward to seeing a lot of friends that I don't get to see often that are on the East Coast or across the country, and or even in the UK. Looking forward to this weekend very much. And hopefully I open some Mega Evolutions here and there with the crew. So excited for that. That's my opinion and thoughts on Mega Evolutions. Excited that we have good quality. Excited that we're in this block. I'm really looking forward to Phantasmal Flames. I was able to secure some Pokemon Center ETBs, 2 of those, 2 booster bundles, and a booster box during that drop. I hope a lot of you were too. Don't be discouraged if you weren't. I'm sure we'll get another drop. Pokemon's doing their best to get more product out. Just think about it. With Destined Rivals, we were only able to get 1 ETB. They bumped it up to 1 per part of the ETB in Black Bolt White Flare with Mega Evolutions. And now they gave us 2 of Phantasmal Flames. Things are improving. More is being produced, better quality too. Like, good things are happening, y'all. But yeah, I need to drink some more coffee. This cold brew is honestly a 5 out of 5 Lechonk. Easily 5 out of 5 Lechonk. But anyways, y'all, check us out on Real Collectors, Fake Investors, October 9th at 8 p.m. Another slide deck will be presented to you. We'll be chatting about our experience at Card Party, chatting about Mega Evolutions, chatting about anything and everything, all of our hot takes, our dusted takes, our L's, our W's. And yeah, until next time, y'all, happy collecting. Peace.